Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel Jesus TV. My return subscribers, you're welcome back. My new viewers, you're welcome. Please make yourselves comfortable. Don't forget to like and share my videos, and don't forget to comment nicely. Okay, so I heard that gunmen allegedly um attacked Queen Naomi's ministry. Luckily enough for her, it was just her sister Simi and Queen Naomi's mom that was in the church then. It was supposed to be an evening program. They said, according to what I heard, that you know that Queen Naomi was still in the house. She, according to her, that she didn't know what kept telling, pulling her back. You know how you want to step out, something kept pulling you back, and all of a sudden she turned off her phone because her mom and her siblings were already in church waiting for her. Like when something came ministering to her, don't go out with your son, just be in the house. She turned off her phone and sat back. Her driver was still in the car waiting for her. The security men that she always move around with were still in the compound. When those people came to her ministry, everybody was scared. According to what I heard, allegedly, that they were asking of Queen Naomi, and thankfully she was not in church then. They left. Okay, so that was when the mom and her sister got scared. Like, are you sure they didn't catch, or they didn't see them on the way? Because they already know the car Queen Naomi move around with, the car that the king gifted she and his son. And they already know. They were like scared. Then they now started calling Queen Naomi's phone. It was not going through. So they said before then, according to them, allegedly, that Queen Naomi told the king that, oh, this is where she was going for her evening program, that in case he calls her, that her phone will not be available, that she was going to turn off her device so that he will know. So they said, according to what the blogger was saying, that Queen Naomi's call, her mom or Simi's call are the only calls that the king can take. He doesn't take Queen Naomi's brother's call, Beneru, because of what happened between him and Beneru. That she doesn't think the king has actually let go, has forgiven Beneru for mismanaging funds that he gave him to use in developing some parts of the estate, this Ojaja estate. I think this was part of the project Beneru was handling for the king then. And from there they heard that, you all know the gist, there's no need, I don't want to bring it in here. So they said that the king doesn't pick Beneru's call, it's just Simi's call and Queen Naomi's mom's call. So when their calls were coming in, he was like, oh, is everything okay, what's happening? Because him too, he just came back from a function, so he was trying to relax. He was like, oh, because it's evening time, he was trying to relax after he had some visitors that came to thank him for gracing their occasion. Of course, you all know that for Ooni of Ife to grace your occasion, like, he's a first class king. So if he comes for your occasion, just know that, oh, you deserve it. So they came to the palace to thank the king for gracing their occasion. And after discussing with them, his phone constantly started ringing. His phone was ringing and ringing, and when he checked, it was Queen Mother and Simi. After Queen Mother will call, Simi will call. They were panicking, they were calling. So later he now picked the call. So he now picked, luckily it was when Queen Mother's call came in that he now picked. And what was happening? Now asked them asked her what's going on, what's happening. Is Queen Naomi okay? Why are they calling? He was in a meeting, that was why he couldn't pick calls. Then I said, oh, some gunmen came to the ministry. Thankfully Queen Naomi was not there, but she was supposed to be on her way already, because she's the host, she's the anchor, she's the prophetess there now. But her phone is not going through, and they've been trying to reach her, like they are not sure if maybe probably when the government didn't see her in the church when they were leaving, maybe they saw her car, and all that. So that was why the king now asked, have you called his driver? When people are panicking, a lot of, like, you don't think straight. They were like, oh no, they've not called the driver, but it's Queen Naomi's number that they were dialing, and she was not, her number was not available. Oh, now let them call the driver. They now called the driver. The driver was like, the Queen Naomi is not out, that he's still waiting for her to call to call him to come and pick her up. That she's not, that he has not seen her. They've not, that probably she's still in her room. So that was when they now said, okay, oh yeah, go and knock on the door, go and check if she's there. Something happened in the middle. They didn't even talk much. We are coming to the house. So he now went to be knocking on Queen Naomi's door. Queen Naomi, according to what they said, allegedly Queen Naomi has already slept off with, she was praying and she slept off in that, in her room. So the king now said, okay, he's coming to that place to know what happened. So he now left and started going to Queen Naomi's house. Meanwhile, the mom and the siblings, they now told some of the people in the ministry, the assistants, that they should go ahead with the prayers and everything, that something happened, but they should not be discouraged. So that was how they rushed down to Queen Naomi's house, and thankfully Queen Naomi was still in the house. And when she opened the door for the driver, because driver was the first person that went there, the driver now said, your mom, your siblings were calling. She said she didn't even know how she fell off. She was praying, that something kept drawing her back, and the spirit ministered to her to turn off her phone first, that she should keep praying. She was just praying and she slept off. That what time is it? She was like about to rush out to go to wake up her son so that they can be going. She was already late for the ministration. They now said no, that the mom said, the driver now told her no, that the mom said that she should wait and see me, they are coming. Even the king, they are coming. It was like, what happened? Okay, that was when the mom and the sister arrived first, because they are already in the state. Okay, the king was already on his way coming. So they now started narrating what happened, how some gunmen came to the ministry, looking for her, and when they didn't see her, they left. And thankfully nobody was hurt. That was how she now started telling the mom what happened. She was dressing up. The spirit now ministered to her to turn off her phone, to start praying. From there she now slept off, and all that. And they were just thanking God, and they were just there before the king now arrived. Wow. So this was what I heard from the blogger, what happened. But I don't know all these things that is going on around Queen Naomi. I can remember one time a blogger said that allegedly, that as Queen Naomi left the palace, and it's not good for a woman to be the one to leave the palace on her own, or leave her marriage. I know about some traditions that if a woman carry her luggages and leave the marriage on her own, in some culture, there are some days that you don't leave your marriage on your own. Like the man didn't send you away, that you carried your bag and left, you cannot come back to the house. Yes, there are some cultures that are like that. So they said because Queen Naomi left the marriage on her own, nobody told her to leave, and because she's married to a king, that she cannot come back and to the palace. And if she waits and the king marries married another wife, she should not be in the same environment with those women. That was what I heard, that if not, she'll be having little challenges here and there. But thankfully she's a prophetess. God hears everybody, but there are people that immediately they speak, God hears. So, and I'm sure she's one of those people too as well. So maybe that was the boldness, and because she has already kept away from everything that concerns the palace, that concerns the king, for like 3 years plus, before the king now says she should send Prince Tade to come for the Thanksgiving service for the opening of the Ojaja estate. Of course, Prince Tade is his first son, so by now he should be in the palace learning the things of the palace, king, everything about kingship. He should be like, they should be grooming him, for future, for the future. But because of Queen Naomi, and she cannot leave Prince Tade now, according to her, for some reasons best known to them, to come and stay in the palace and all that. So that was why she said she cannot trust, she doesn't trust anybody to take care of her son the way she takes care of him. And that's the same with some mothers. They don't want to leave the site, they don't want their children to leave their side, except they are going to school. They want to be around their children, take care of them, monitor them and all that. So that is the same with Queen Naomi and Prince Tade. So that was why she took the risk. They said she prayed, and prayed and prayed, and God told her that she can go. That was why she said okay, that she was going to be in attendance of that gathering, since it was a prayer gathering. And of course, you all know that she's a prophetess. I mean, everything, praising God, she will always be there. So she went. That was why she went for that Thanksgiving. If not, the king has been inviting her for other functions, to at least to bring the prince to come and experience. The prince is now growing, is becoming a big boy. From 5 years old now, they will start knowing, they already know, master their environments, know things, store things in their memory. So bring him to come and experience all these things. So this time around, she accepted to come for this one function. And everybody's attention were on her and the prince. And I think that was what aggravated whatever it is, because what is this, from one problem, from this one, and as God will have it, she overcame that one to another one, and as God will have it too, she overcame this one. So that is what I heard allegedly. So I said, let me come and share with my fellow people. This is it. But thankfully, Queen Naomi is okay, healthy and hearty, and she will continue to be okay, and everybody will continue, everybody go dey okay last. So thank you all so much for always coming around for view my channel. Please, if you've not subscribed to my channel, please do well to subscribe to my channel. Don't forget to like and share my videos. Thank you.